Let's bring in Marium Kamal, Assistant Professor at the University of the Punjab, who joins us live from Lahore. Welcome back to the programme, Marium. Now, let's firstly start with the government's targeted subsidies. Do you think they can truly help offset such a major increase in fuel costs for the gig sector? We're talking a 70% increase in prices.
Definitely not, because Pakistan has a huge population and currently facing massive energy shortage. And it's not in terms of fuel, in terms of electricity, in terms of gas load shedding as well. When it comes to the fuel prices, it has been definitely gone extremely high to the people lowest. To the gig sector, and the government has announced around 20 litre for the two wheelers, but it's not enough at all. It doesn't even meet the basic requirements or necessities. And the economy in Pakistan is linked with the transportation, because everything, when the fuel price rises, everything gets expensive. Inflation increases because all the vegetables, everything comes from outside the cities. Transportation, due to rise in the fuel, the transportation increases, so everything gets expensive here in Pakistan. So it's not about the fuel, the transportation only. Everything, it's facing a severe inflation currently in Pakistan for the gig sector, especially because if we look at the economy or the structure of Pakistan's society, we can see there is two sphere. One is the elite sphere, which is not that affected, but the lower sphere, which is comes about the employees, the labor, which is the most of the population of Pakistan, are highly affected by this global energy issue and the fuel rise in fuel prices.
And does the collapse in demand for ride-hailing services signal a broader contraction in Pakistan's consumer spending?
Definitely, it's not only the transportation. People are basically restraining. Their buying power has decreased because of the increase in the prices. So currently, every person here, which belongs to the lower sphere, or the people from the labor and the gig sector, are facing severe shortage in terms of buying power. There, everything is the prices has been raised, and too much inflation for them. So every one is basically restraining from excessive traveling, excessive spending, and they are trying to control the expenses.
So what are the long-term risks for the gig economy if global energy prices remain elevated throughout this year?
Well, implications are severe, because currently Pakistan also is facing a massive issue because of 3.5 billion foreign exchange reserve return to UAE. Definitely, inflation will rise, and devaluation of the rupee will also rising prices of the oil as well. Fall in the remittances, which is around 8 billion coming only from UAE, and the current situation in Middle East, definitely remittances will decrease. So all over, if you look at the economic aspect of Pakistan, definitely the situation will be more in bad shape, especially for the people for the gig sector, the people who are basically surviving on the daily income. It's very difficult for them. Otherwise, if the elite groups are basically can bear these aftershocks, and they are not facing that much problem as compared to the gig sector.
So how can Pakistan diversify its energy dependence to shield its vital transport workforce from future geopolitical shocks?
Well, it is very difficult to say about that, because things yet to be unfold, and the situation is not in a very bad shape. People are restraining, and the population is very high and increasing on a very high pace, and which is not controlled by any other means currently in the current situation. So sometimes I believe that we are going to return back to the South Asian culture, where carriages were led by animals and men. So things are really in bad shape. Then nothing can be predicted right now, but the government has to take more serious measures, and the global energy issues can should be resolved for a speedy resolution in such countries.
Marium Kamal in Lahore, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.